I'm Attorney Zach Townsend with Pro Legal Care. Today I'm going to talk to you about the State Disbursement Unit. The State Disbursement Unit is for child support collection and distribution. Every state has a State Disbursement Unit and is required to by federal law. The Illinois State Disbursement Unit is located in Carroll Stream, Illinois. But regardless of where it's located or what state the State Disbursement Unit is in, the purpose is to collect all the child support payments and then distribute all the child support payments out. That's essentially the only function. The State Disbursement Unit operates as a clearinghouse to obtain the payments, and then within a couple of days, they're processed and sent to the person receiving child support, who we call the payee, or sometimes we refer to as the custodial parent. The payment could be in the form of a check in the mail, a direct deposit into the payee's bank account, or even loaded onto a prepaid debit card. However it gets there, the State Disbursement Unit provides the payments to the person receiving child support and accounts for those payments. The accounting function is the main function of the State Disbursement Unit in addition to receiving and distributing the payments. That way, there's a uniform history that is very familiar to the judge and very user-friendly to be able to prove very quickly the State Disbursement Unit payments were made and therefore the child support payments were made. Oftentimes, if a child support payment is made outside of the State Disbursement Unit, the child support payor doesn't get any credit for it. If you want to make sure that you get credit for your child support payments, you need to pay through the State Disbursement Unit. And in Illinois, it's required by law that you pay through the State Disbursement Unit unless the court finds, quote, good cause shown to not pay through the State Disbursement Unit. When you have a withholding through a payor's paycheck, that is withheld by the employer and sent to the State Disbursement Unit. The State Disbursement Unit provides a accurate and uniform accounting that, like I said, is very familiar and familiar to the courts and comfortable for the judges. So even if you're allowed to pay child support outside of the State Disbursement Unit, it's not advisable that you do that because the judges can become impatient. The judges, understandably, shouldn't have to relearn a different methodology of child support calculation every time somebody comes in. So the judges like to have a uniform process. They know right where to look when they get the transaction history from the State Disbursement Unit. And if you make a judge go through a big stack of money order receipts or bank statements and to do the math and add it all up, it's very possible the judge quickly becomes impatient and then says, I'm sorry, that was a gift. Whatever you paid outside of the State Disbursement Unit, that was a gift, doesn't count towards your child support, so you still owe it. Don't take any chances. Pay through the State Disbursement Unit. That's what's advisable, and that's normally what's required, and it's the best pattern in practice. So that's a little bit about the State Disbursement Unit.